beautiful
Hello.
people. How we doing?
And welcome. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. I'd like to thank our sponsors at Procyon Partners. Procyon, one of the top 50 fastest growing companies in the nation. They specialize in employee benefits, wealth management, and retirement planning. President Sean Rabinowitz, proud supporter of our podcast network and everything we do. Green Street Trust International, owned and operated by Renell Jump and UConn legendary men's basketball player Jake Voskuhl. They specialize in tax plans for businesses large or small. They will save you money or get you a big fat return on your taxes. To schedule your free strategic tax planning session today, go to www.greenstreettrust.com. Pete Finch and the Finch Law Firm is located in Bridgeport, Connecticut. If you've suffered any type of personal injury, slip and fall, car accident, your mother-in-law ran you over with her car, your wife got angry one night and decided to stab you, the Finch Firm is for you. Pete has won legal battles all across the state of Connecticut. He will go to war to get every dollar you deserve in compensation. You just have to remember, in a pinch, call Finch or go to his website, thefinchfirm.com. Dynamic Human Performance is owned and operated by UConn legendary running back Andre Dixon. He trains boys and girls of all ages, all sports. He has a boot camp program 7 days a week, 6 a.m. You want to get in shape, you go to Andre. He has an athletic development program where he trains boys and girls in the sport of their choice from the ground up, helps them reach their full potential, be the best they can possibly be. Andre has sent boys and girls to college on scholarship for all different types of sports. To work with the best, he has a 5,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility in Hartford, Connecticut. Go to www.dynamichumanperformance.com. All right, and here we are for the Trench Mob Show. I'm your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. I would like to introduce, first of all, from the Trench Mob, the man himself, Mr. Julius Williams. Julius?
Yes, sir. How you do?
And, of course, we have Coach Jordan. Coach Jordan, great to see you.
Well, I'm doing my best Julius Williams impression driving home while I'm working, so it's going to be a minute before I get home, get on the computer. But how y'all doing?
That's all right. 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 We're used to it. That sound better for you, Coach? You good? Can you hear us, Coach Ruse? Do you hear me?
Coach,
I think I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties here.
That's okay.
It was,
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
I was choppy before.
Okay.
Now, hold on one sec. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out why I can't be heard here. Through the speakers. Because it was a little choppy on my end on the last one. Let me try again here.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to enable the audio on your phone when it'll ask you.
Network issue.
You're on your phone, right? Okay. Julius, can you send him the StreamYard app if he's on his phone? Because if he's on his phone, that'll help him. All right, let me know if that's any better.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. You can hear us okay?
Perfect. Yeah. It was just a little bit like there's some lag to it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate having you on as a guest. And I was surprised to hear you're a UConn guy too.
I was there for one season with Juice. And some of those guys, when we were doing the credits with Andre Dixon and a handful of other guys, it was great to hear. I've talked to Dre in a while, but great to hear and see he's doing really well. And, a great legacy there at UConn with a bunch of esteemed folks. And it's great to be a part of this show.
And you played at UMass as well.
Yes, sir. I played 3 years at UMass. So 1 year at UConn in 2005. Juice and I were teammates with Todd Orlando as our position coach, and a bunch of great guys. Danny Lansana, Torian Sowell, a bunch of other guys that were there. Freshman class with Cody Brown and Don Brown, Dre. And then at UMass played with, had a pretty good run. Don Brown was my coach. Victor Cruz was one of my teammates, James Ahedebo, a guy named Brandon London, who's in the media space.
Yes.
Liam Cohen, that guy's out. He's doing decent this year coaching.
Yeah, not too bad.
And a handful of other guys that, that did a great job. My buddy Brandon Collier, who do something similar to Juice in the space of helping kids find homes and trains and develops guys too. But so a lot of great coaches and great guys that I've worked with, and I was really lucky to be there as well.
And I saw that you were overseas in Germany as well. Hamburg?
Yes. Sprich Deutsch.
I played 2 seasons in NFL Europe. So
okay, whereabouts?
Well, I was in Cologne and Dusseldorf.
Okay.
With the Rhine Fire.
Was the legend Werner Hippler still around?
Yes, Werner Hippler. Yes. Yes, he had the pleasure of playing next to me. I drove up the wall.
What a legend. His son was on my team in Hamburg.
Okay. Yeah,
Dennis,
he was probably amazing.
Yeah, great dude. Great dude.
How old was his son? Because I know the German league's a little different.
Yeah, so his son was a young buck. His son was around 19 or 20 when we had him.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's a club over there, right?
Yeah.
There's different levels of it, the GFL.
Yeah. So the team I coached was like the adult men's league, and he was one of the young bucks in it. And actually coach was at UMass at the time. When I was there, a guy named Bob Shoup, who coached a handful of spots, said something that really stuck with me. It's like, you got guys that are good enough to play in the NFL, in the GFL, and then you got guys that on your team that probably couldn't play on your JV team. So it's a wide spectrum. But it was great because it really helps you learn how to coach and forces you to coach, because some of the guys don't speak any English.
No.
To be very demonstrative in what you're telling people. Some people's second language was German and their first language was not English. So it was a whole thing. So it was great though. But Hamburg, did you guys go there? Did you ever go visit?
Yes, of course.
Great
yeah,
time.
I loved Hamburg. It was great. But I mean, it's a great experience, and people don't understand coaching over there. The Germans love football. They love American football more than anything, and they know it. They know it very well too, which is great. That was the one thing I found. We always had the crowds were full with 30,000+ people every game. We played at Frankfurt, Hamburg, Berlin. It was always packed. Dusseldorf, when we played there, it was always packed. I loved it over there, and it's great. It's great for coaches too, right? I mean, they usually give you an apartment, they give you a car, they give you money. I mean, it's not a bad situation at all.
No, it's great. I think anybody who doesn't make it to the league or to the CFL should all go and experience Europe, whether you're a player or a coach. I had a little bit of a different experience because I was an older GA at UMass. And then the guy who had mentioned, Brandon Collier, had went and played over there and was playing with the Austrian team, with the Vienna Vikings. And then he hit me up and he was like, dude, I got monsters over here. I'm going to help these guys get scholarships to the States. And it was kind of like, it was pretty, no pun intended, a foreign concept then. But he brought a kid over, and we ended up being a kid that was offered. That was an Austrian kid who we ended up offering at UMass. And then he started showing me all these other guys. And then I was just like, okay, I'm going to go do that. And then I got connected with a guy named Sean Embry, who I ended up falling to California after I was in Germany. But like living in Hamburg, like I'd never experienced that. But like you can get on a flight and go to Venice. And, while I was over there, I did my best recruiting was when I recruited my girlfriend, who then became my wife.
Smart.
Yeah. So
we had a couple guys like that too. Come back with girls.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's really picking up. I mean, UConn had a tight end from Germany.
I know Alex. I saw Alex when he was 15 years old. He's from Brandon, from PPI.
Bro, I'm talking to a kid right now. He's trying to join Trench Mob, and he's from Germany, man. About a kid, 6'7" kid, defensive end from Germany.
Oh yeah. Actually, I gotta link you and call you up.
Yeah, I didn't know he went to UMass because I've seen him. I've met him a few times just because like he's always at the mega camps that we're at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the mega camps are kind of like the easiest way to get guys the offers, So almost every mega camp I go to, he's always there, man. We always end up dapping up and chopping it up for a little bit. But I love the concept, man. I was over in Spain earlier this year, man, and we did a football camp over in Spain. And it's funny hearing you guys say that, man, because I felt the same way in Spain. Like some of these guys can play major college football, and some of these guys can't throw the ball around in the backyard, man. So, but man, it's unique to see, in different countries how those things work,
Does it work out where they'll play club football first and then go play in college? Is that usually the trajectory?
Yeah, Spain, it was definitely clubs. You know what I mean? So like we did the camp in Spain. Man, they had teams out there as young as 7 and 8, and then they brought teams in that had grown people, and all of those guys are, playing for opportunities to get to the States. Lots of guys. Mm-hmm.
And what about in Germany? Did they play club first?
Now. Maybe it's because of the snow.
Do you remember if they played in club football first and then went to college?
Is that for Coach Ruse or me?
Yeah. So guys would a lot of them play youth ball. There's a few kids. What's that?
No, you're good.
I lost you.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay. I was just asking if they play.
Sorry.
Club.
Yeah. So they'll play club, like they'll play like their youth ball clubs, and then they'll end up going and get into a spot. Some of them will play like with the adult leagues. I had to convince Collier to bring guys over to when I coached in the high school in California, because I saw firsthand how good some of the players were, right? Like Honig, he's a quarterback, but like you look at him, you're like, dude, this guy's a freak. And so physically, and we ended up getting a kid when I was coaching in California. We had one kid named Maurice Himes who ended up going to Washington. We had another kid that came over right when COVID was starting, a guy named Hiro Kanu. And we played in California during COVID in the Trinity League, and nobody else was really playing. And his recruitment just exploded. So we started having a handful of kids. He went to Ohio State and then went to Texas. And then one other kid, he went to Georgia, who was a European kid. So what started happening was Brandon, once he was really able to prove that guys could go directly from Europe to the States and play ball and compete at a high level, more guys started going to high school for the development piece, And just like, for example, like with what Juice does and the reps that the guys get to go to these tournaments, to get that exposure, to compete at a high level, 10,000 hours, right? So that's what guys I think are doing more now. And I'm really interested to see how the NFL is going to be in 15 years. You got the international player pathway.
Yes.
You got guys that are now just kind of getting more exposed. I mean, they're having all these games over in Europe. It's way more like, to your point, Germans love football. I mean, I think they love it too because they love rules. And so there's so many rules in football, so they love that shit.
And they ain't scared of shit either.
You know what, man? Hey, you gotta link me and Brandon up, man, because I would love to get into that more. Because being in Spain, man, and then being in Switzerland, I was in Switzerland as well earlier this year, man. And when you meet athletes over there, it's just different, man. I mean, it's just like athletes over here take being in the States for granted, man. Take having all of these resources and, you know, just being able to go down the street and meet a former NFL player or college player. You know, over there, they were like all eyes, all ears.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, I'll do. I'll run through this wall of this, what you say do right now. You know.
Yeah, so, I mean, actually, it's funny you mentioned that. Like the great Matt Lawrence, who is a UConn and UMass guy. Now I'm seeing him. I think he's over in, where is he, in Switzerland again, doing some sports conferences. Dude's a diplomat.
Matt is everywhere.
Everywhere, man. He came by the school when I was in California and said what up. He's like, yo, I'm doing this tournament in Long Beach, and we came down to school and hollered at me. And you know, I mean, that's what's so cool about it. Like, now football's becoming one of those sports where it's global and it can literally, you know, it's brought me across the world, across the country, to different places. So I'm super grateful for that.
Yeah, Matt has the largest flag football league in the state of Connecticut. Matt has also sent girls on scholarship to play flag football in college. He was one of the first to do that. So he's been doing a great job and really building a pipeline for it. And you know, UConn also took a running back last year from Sweden, which was great, which was crazy. I was like,
that's a PPI guy too. That's another Brandon guy.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So it's like, what the hell? We're
Sweden.
Yeah, we said.
Sweden's got some dudes.
Coleman. Yeah,
a black dude.
Yeah,
black dude.
Black dude from Sweden playing right.
The kids that I had in Germany were all three of them. All were half German. None of them were white.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, but like I'm telling you, bro, it's players overseas, man. I mean, black guys, white guys, whatever they are, man. I mean, those kids really. They take ball serious, man. I think that's what's going to equal the playing field for those guys because they're willing to do. Like so many kids in the States these days, man, they don't believe in hard work anymore. Like you'll see a kid with so much talent, and it's like, how often do you work out? Well, I work out sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like, but kids overseas, you know, I mean, this is their dream. You know, they're working, they're giving their all to do this. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool, man. That concept.
Yeah, we just signed two kids at Merrimack. One's from Sweden, and he's Swedish, but his dad's from Hong Kong, and then Danish. And then we signed another O-line kid who's from Latvia, and he was at St. Thomas More in Connecticut. One was at Berkshire. The kid from Latvia, and the Swedish kid's parents are actors in Sweden, and they do like really cool stuff on their like shows on Netflix and stuff. And the kid from Latvia, his dad was the world's strongest man and was out there like going against Magnus Samuelson. Remember when we were young watching on ESPN the late night? Yeah. His dad was like the minister of defense for Latvia. I mean, I was trying to recruit his pops, get him to come play D tackle for us. I mean, this dude's awesome. You know, and his kid's 6'5" is Duncan. He's a he's a Latvian dude, and it's just like. They just, you know, he don't know nothing from nothing, but he's just grateful to be here.
Do they give you breaks for that at Merrimack if you take international kids at all?
No, we just treat them like a scholarship guy, like the way we would, you know what I mean? The same way. They're not hitting us more for it. I mean, I'd be lying if I know all the back end, if I'm privy to all the back end financing behind all of it. But no, they've just treated it like more. I mean, the good thing for us is like, you know, hockey's big at Merrimack. So there's a lot of international kids in hockey for men's and women's. Our women's hockey team too. So we got a bunch of international. So it wasn't as you know, not to overuse the pun, but as foreign of a concept for them to bring in international.
How was it transitioning back from being in Hamburg in the GFL to going to high school in California?
man, I mean, that was a whirlwind.
Yeah.
I came to visit the school because it's like life is all about relationships, right? It's why we're having this call right now, because of my relationship with how good of a guy Juice was with me 20 years ago now. It makes it it's just crazy. I mean, California, my dad's from Cali. I went out and visited the high school at Santa Margarita Catholic, and I was just shocked by the facilities. I was kind of whatever about it for a while. Embo was selling me on it because he had actually got a scouting job for the Niners. The Embry family's a big NFL family. His dad played in the league. He coached in the league for a little bit. His brother was with the Niners at the time. So my girlfriend and I went to visit it, and we saw it and was like, wow, this is an unbelievable place. And so that was a huge adjustment. I got married to my girlfriend who was on a tourist visa. So we did the whole adjustment of status. And I always joke around and say we wrote the pilot to 90 Day Fiance.
That's it.
So, she's already been like, people are like, oh, it's hard on your family. But I mean, no one's given up more than my wife to like uproot her whole entire existence to be out where I was at. So that was definitely an adjustment. It's like East Coast, like culturally too, like geographically and culturally, the East Coast, like Massachusetts and like the Northeast, New England is like literally in the middle, from California and Germany, but also culturally. Cali's a little different.
Yeah.
I definitely was slapped with the East Coast brash a lot, the mass hole.
Yes, yes, we get that.
That part was definitely an adjustment. Orange County is a lot different than New England. But the weather, man, was great. High school was cool. It was a good experience. The league was like college. All the nonsense that's happening in the league. Yeah, it's crazy. All the like community outreach. All the community outreach that we did in order to be competitive, because you can't say the R word, you can't say the recruiting word in high school, but it's that's what it takes. But I mean, I loved it because of that. I thought like it was a valuable experience to learn a landscape in Southern California that's a hotbed in recruiting. It was organic, and then after 2 years, became the head coach and was able to do that for a while, which was a great experience. I learned a lot. And then an opportunity came to come back home to the Northeast and to Mass and work with a guy I worked with at UMass and at Santa Margarita, to be able to come here. But California was great. It's great to play against Mater Dei and Bosco, be able to see guys like Bryce Young play, Tedaro McMillan, Mason Graham. We had kids on our team that are at Texas now, Georgia.
Ohio. Y'all had that kid Elijah Bunker, right? Was on your team, right? The big Elijah. That's at USC. The big
Vicona. Yeah, Elijah was on our team. Yeah.
Tyler Parker, right? Tyler Parker, D tackle, right?
Tyler Parker. Yeah,
he was a little beast, man.
Like when we first got there, man, there was like, I was actually, the one thing I was surprised about is I didn't realize, I didn't really understand the geography, and it really wasn't that diverse. Right. And I was like, where are the brothers at? Where are the Paulis? They hooping? They wrestling or something? They're like, nah, this is the squad. I was like, this is the squad. That's kind of crazy. So again, we started getting into the community outreach game, and just really growing making sure that people felt, all different walks of life felt comfortable and welcome in a South Orange County school. And I think that's what I'm most proud about, was really changing the landscape of the team and working with great people over there. And then this past year, they just won a state championship, which was cool.
Was it a private school?
Yeah.
Private Catholic school. Okay.
Yeah.
And you couldn't say the R word, but were you there wasn't like on campus housing or anything, right?
No. So
okay.
No. There's some other places that were able to like there's some places in different areas that have that, not really in Southern California. But like it like the whole transfer portal, the way everyone's like, this is crazy. Southern California was like that, with no timeline, with no portal. You could just do it whenever you wanted to.
Yeah, you go whenever you want.
We actually ended up having a quarterback that came to us in the middle of a season and played at two teams in 1 year. And I didn't even know that was like, you could do that. And I called my AD and he was like, yeah, you could do that if you move. And he moved. They had the means to do it. So there's a lot of rules and stuff like that are different. But, it's a wild, wild west out there. It's crazy.
It sure is.
Great competition. But I'm happy for sure to be back in college. For sure.
Yes. Yeah. Now, Merrimack, I took a few kids that were recruited there years ago. They were Division II at the time.
Yeah.
Are they still Division II?
No, FCS program now.
You are FCS now. Okay.
Yeah, we're FCS. The constant though is the head coach, a guy named Mike Giannetti, has been there for going on his 22nd year. This will be his third season as the head coach. It couldn't be a better dude. Great guy, unbelievable human being. And just has literally grown up with the program. And so it was FCS, and then we were in the NEC, and then other sports. It wasn't the best thing for the other sports to be in that conference. So then football, they moved to the MAAC, the MAAC. And then football is independent now. But it's cool because you're getting to play really good. We probably have the hardest
schedule whoever you want.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like what UConn's dealing with, which is a good end. Like there's its pluses and its minuses to it. But I like to compete, and that's why I went to California, because I like the idea of playing against Mater Dei. So it's like, how do you find your space in that world? And so it's kind of the same thing in this regard. We're going to play probably the hardest schedule in FCS football next year. And
were you just at the coaches clinic this past January?
Yeah.
Those are always fun. Fun.
It's great to get up with guys, and see them.
It's all about networking. It's all about connections. It's all about who you know. I mean, you hit your horse, yourself to the right horse, you could end up anywhere. That's the beauty of it.
I got to start going to those too, man. I always heard those. Coach O always talk about those. Jordan going to the coaches convention because it's down in Charlotte, right?
Oh, it's wild. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but it's really just guys sitting around talking balls. There's talk sessions, right? And there's people presenting. You can learn a lot, but it's more about meeting people. You meet all these coaches from all over the country, and you go out with them at night. I mean, it used to be during the national championship game. Now the national championship game's a little later, but we used to watch the national championship game together. But it was so much fun because you literally just get up all day, you talk some ball, you meet guys, and you go to chalk talk sessions. You go to whoever's presenting, and it was a blast. And that's how you would make connections. And then I used to remember the bulletin board. People would post their resumes on the bulletin board. It used to crack me up. Anyone looking for a job was doing that. But you must have had a fun experience going out there. Was that your first time?
No. I've been going to the convention for years. Really, since I started. Like, I got back into football in 2014. Before that, I had a little bit of a different path. I went to law school and business school.
I saw you got your doctorate.
Yeah. And like every smart lawyer and MBA, what do you do with the degree? You go back and you volunteer to high school and be a football coach at a high school for free. My dad always joked, you work for free to work for less than minimum wage, right? To then finally get a job and then just try to be able to grind and put it together. But I remember going, the reason I mentioned is I remember going just fresh out of law school and had my little suit on. And I was that guy with the briefcase and the tie looking like I was going to trial. And I'm going here talking and trying to shake hands with James Franklin, trying to get a gig.
Yeah, right.
Way over the top. You know what I mean? Now I'm more of a seasoned vet, but I go out there, see guys that I've seen, connect with. And to your point too, like, I don't really look at it for the perspective of like, you're going to go get the job there maybe, but it's more of like you build a relationship with someone and then you really be able to connect with them. And like, for example, like, me and like Pete Kwiatkowski, who was at Texas and at Washington, was, we one day it was in San Antonio, and we just ended up kicking it for like 5 hours and became really, really close.
And you keep in touch all the time.
Yeah. Now we're just cool. You know what I mean? It's like anything else. You're going to be cool if you spend time with.
That's how things work, man. And Steve, so me and Ruse, man, we obviously played, a lot of people don't know. I played linebacker when I first got to school. So the year Ruse came in, I actually tore my ACL, man. So I was able to really watch him blossom, and go in and play as a true freshman, as a walk-on, and got lots of playing time, man, and made lots of plays. So I would love, Ruse, if you can kind of share that experience right quick, man. And then we have conversations as friends, right? So, when I talk to Ruse, I don't see him as Coach Ruse. I see him as, my guy Ruse from
Hey, it's your
school.
boy. Yeah.
Yep. So I would love Ruse. I know we're not going to have you all night, man, and we've already been on now for half an hour. I would love if we can just talk about that conversation that me and you had the other night, man, when we were talking about guys. Everybody is focused on being college ready as an athlete, right? Being big enough, being strong enough. But I kind of want to talk to the tone of clearinghouse, making sure you have everything in order and you qualify
Your
to go to
transcript.
school, your transcripts, being an early enrollee, Rules, if you could hit how important that
Early
is and
action, yeah.
how all D1 schools are looking for guys that can enroll early, So, I know without getting too much into it, I don't want to get you in trouble for anything you can't say,
Oh, you
man.
mean
But
go in January? Oh, I got you.
yeah. So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you can hit some of that stuff right quick, Rules, I love it, man. I know we got a lot of viewers, that watch this show. I think last week we had like 50,000 or 60,000 people watch the show last week, man, until now. So I would love to tell some of those parents and kids and kind of talk about being college ready outside of just your body,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Well, the first thing is, right, call it cliche, whatever it is, man, but no books, no looks, right? So not having the GPA, the requisite GPA to be able to go to a college is one, going to inhibit you from going to college. But if you have it lower than necessary, it's just going to lower your options, right? And from a college coach's perspective too, like no one really cares about what subject matter you're strong in or what you're weak in. It's just really about like your ability to show the character to handle your business, right? And so the first step of that is like, what is your GPA? And then along the lines of that, right, when you talk about it becoming closer to crunch time, right, is being able to have a plan with your school counselor, right, and the people that work with you, but really your parents to like, yeah, it's great to go out and do all these things and do all this other stuff extracurricularly. But as important is like you have to be able to do the things that are required for you to be able to go to places. For example, like you had mentioned, the NCAA clearinghouse. When I'm recruiting a kid, I'm asking them, one, what's their GPA, right? I'm going to review the film. There's thousands of good football players out there. There are thousands, right? But then coaches are looking for reasons to not recruit you, right? Because they need to
Cross you off the list. Yep.
Yeah, because there's just not enough time in the day. It's our biggest enemy for all of us, right? It's our biggest resource and our biggest enemy. So if your GPA is not good and then you don't have a clearinghouse number, well, the guy who has his clearinghouse number, by going to register the clearinghouse, by putting his transcripts in there, right, making sure he's done everything he needs to do, we'll be able to do that, right, and be able to speed up that process. Another thing that's really important too, right, is, and this is a part that like, where families don't know because they just don't know what they don't know, is if you want to graduate early, you have to take the requisite amount of credits that is required by the clearinghouse per class in your core courses, right? So you have to get your core courses.
Exactly.
So you do all that stuff. And so I encourage every kid to go with their parents, quite frankly, really your freshman year, so you can get a plan in place. Say, hey, like the new normal in college football everywhere now, which is what makes, it's a whole nother conversation about the calendar and recruiting and signing day and all that, because so many guys want to enroll early. So if you're going to enroll early, you need to be able to have all your credits done and be able to get ahead of that, right? So it's doing extra courses, it's getting ahead
summer
of that.
School.
Yeah, summer school classes, right? Maybe you need to do things online, which then goes into how important it is that you don't brick some classes when you're a freshman. Oh, I'm a young kid and I was being an idiot. Well, now those classes don't count for credit.
No.
The NCAA or the school's not going to take them. Like, we're not taking D's here, right? So if
No.
we're not taking a D, then you got to go remediate the class. Again, now you're putting yourself back on the timeline. And so then when that opportunity comes where coach is like, hey, man, like you may have been a late bloomer, right? Like you're not going to a P4 school, but you can come to a school like a Merrimack, but you don't have your classes in order and your ducks in a row. Well, we want a kid that's a mid-year, right? And so then we can then, but if you're not a mid-year, you're not going to be able to do it. And like the way it's working too is like there's the portal and also mid-year. So even though you're a high school kid, you might be put into the same pot as the portal window because of that. You know what I mean? And so I think it's just all of those things are really important for anybody, because everybody is doing that. And then the other part, the reality, and I can speak to this as a high school coach, is that you also got to get the schools on board, because some of it's not normal for them, right? Like the school I was at was a super high academic school, and it took a good amount of time for them to understand, like, we don't need a college to tell you that they want the kid his junior year, because now you're going to make the kid take all of these classes his junior year, summertime, when he could have started doing this stuff in his freshman year. So as much as your plan is like what you're talking about, Juice, about getting physically ready, it's having those steps in place so that you're starting to get that process going so that you can actually execute on that if the opportunity arises, right? Don't pray for the opportunity, pray you're prepared when the opportunity comes, right? And so
across the board,
academically, those are the things that you want to do, as it relates to just other ways of getting in front of coaches and really being prepared. I think all the stuff that you guys do is fantastic, right? There's still no better way to get recruited from a football perspective than your tape that you play and getting in front of the coaches and doing.
You got to go to camp. Yep.
You don't really have the same padded stuff, or you don't get that same physical eval like back in the day, like when we were playing and stuff. You could do that, but still, man, guys want to see guys move around. And so like you want to get around them, go to the mega camps, but then also too, man, like don't like shy off and shoot off on like, oh, I don't want to go to this place, I want to go to this big one. Like whoever's recruiting you and talking to you, go get in front of them.
Yes, it's important.
Go there. There. And then once you get momentum on that, and then you go. Or like you go to a place like Merrimack, you end up going to school there. And like, like we are very aware of what the present day landscape of college football is, right? We're very aware that anybody can pick up and leave and go to another school or P4 school and all that. And like our motto here is to train you up to be good enough to have more options, but to treat you so well that you want to stay probably a year longer than you would have if it was just a transactional experience for you as a player, And so wherever there's interest, get in front of those people, like, and make sure that you're doing those things and doing all the little things that matter about the character element, right? Because all of the other stuff, the grades and the academics and doing those things are really just a reflection of the type of character that you have and the people that are surrounding you, what's important to them.
Yeah, man. I think that was important, man. Yeah, I wanted you to talk to that, man, because lots of players especially and parents, they don't understand how much of a process it is and what goes into being a college football player. Like most of these parents, they just think I just paid my registration for my son to play football or paid his football dues in ninth grade and, that's going to be enough. There's a lot. And there's actual planning and preparation that goes into becoming a college football player, and it goes well beyond the weight room. It goes well beyond your skill trainer. This preparation starts as a ninth grader. Prepare yourself in the classroom. Getting your clearinghouse ID. Doing all the necessary things that it takes. So now you don't get to be a senior, and now some of those things are hindering you. And I hate to see kids that can really, really play, man, but they don't get an opportunity, because of some other, I don't want to call it bullshit, but it's what it is. You're not taking care of what you got to take care of, man. And now you're sitting and blaming somebody else, because you didn't know. But that's not an excuse anymore, man. There's plenty of resources. There's plenty of coaches like me, Coach Jordan, plenty of coaches that have organizations. It's college coaches that you can ask questions. Hey, coach, what all am I going to need, to be able to come to you guys or to be on you guys' radar, and take me serious as somebody that I should bring in and give, a nice six-figure scholarship to.
Absolutely. Coach, how have you guys been doing in like the transfer portal? Have you had guys coming to you? Have you had more guys staying and moving up? Because being at FCS, I mean, that's tough. You're right on the cusp, being right there. You're Division I, you're FCS. You probably have guys going FBS, and then you probably have FBS guys coming to you, and Division II guys coming to you.
Yeah. One real quick thing before I get to answer the guidance counselor and talk to their guidance counselor about what the steps are in order for them to either get on an AP track or like to be able to graduate early, right? Because you don't want Stanford or an Ivy League coming to call you and you can't do it, right? And those are really good football programs. But back to what you were saying. Yeah, actually, the portal was really good to us this year. We didn't have a ton of guys leave. Again, I came in July. And just watching, like, you know, our values on the team are fast, right? It's family, accountability, right? Strain and toughness. And like everyone talks about family, but like Mike Giannetti, Coach G, is all about family. And there's a palpable, tangible feeling that you can feel there. And like, you know, we had some tough losses. We were competitive, but like the way we played every game and how hard we played, you know, it's a reflection of the care and love you have for each other. So we didn't lose a ton of guys this year in the portal. I think there were more last year that left. But this year there's a kid that ended up going to Mexico State, great kid. And then we got some handful of kids that transferred. We got some coaches transferred from UMass that came to us, you know, some FCS kids, some D2 kids. We even got a D3 kid that came, and we're super excited about him.
Oh, that's great.
So it's been an exciting time for us as a program. Yeah. You know, like, you know, I think we're all learning, right? We all got to be students. And obviously there's a guy at Indiana who's figured out some pretty, has a pretty good process in play. And when he talks about production over potential, you know, and like being good football players, you know, that matters too. I mean, obviously we're all trying to get bigger. That obviously matters in certain positions, but I actually just saw Plies talk about it on IG. He had a little reel. And he was just talking about like, yo, like whatever happened to just being good at football. So it's obviously a combination of measurables and production, right? You know, there's obviously an element of like what a kid could be, but really like it comes down to like for our brand, it's like who's going to fit what we do here. Merrimack is Mac tough, and we're going to be tough, and we're the type of dudes you don't want to play. And, you know, that's what G's looking for, and those types of kids we get. So like, as much as it is about like who they are, it's just you're like, all right, man, if something goes down, I know that these dudes got my back. Like we go to war, you know. So it's dope. No. It's dope. It's great.
I love it, man. I love your journey. I love everywhere that you've been. I love that you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you got it all, and you went back to what you love, your passion, coaching, and helping out young men and mentoring young men as they go through this journey of life. And nothing teaches them better life lessons than playing football. There's nothing more as far as being disciplined, as far as so many different things that football teaches you. And, you know, thank you so much for coming on with us and sharing your experiences. And if anyone wants to get in touch with you, we'll put your email in the show notes. So any recruits out there interested in Merrimack, I've been up there. It's a fantastic campus, and it's becoming a phenomenal program. Division I FCS. I have seen them grown from Division II to where you are now, and the sky is the limit. Because I tell you, in Massachusetts, they need more programs like you. They need more programs like you. So thank you so much for coming on. And anyone, like you said, who wants to enroll early, you just heard it. Make a plan. Talk to your guidance counselor. Talk to your coach, and find a way to get your schedule set. Find a way to take those AP classes. Find a way to get into summer classes. So if that opportunity arises, you can jump to it in January. I totally agree with you. But I'm glad you had a wonderful experience overseas. I'm glad that it's influenced you and it's making you bring kids over as well. I think that's so awesome that the European kids are getting a chance to come over here. So congratulations on all that. And I'm sure we'll be in touch, and we'll definitely send you any kids we have your way as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some live guys up there, man. We got this competition in 2 weeks, Rules, man. So, hey, man, you know, I'm gonna definitely send you the footage, man, as soon as we wrap it up, man.
Going. No, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Definitely, brother, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. You take care. You take care, and we'll be in touch. Thank you so much.
Appreciate y'all. God bless. Thank you.
Right, brother. Right on. Hey, man. Hey, Steve, I think the biggest thing, man, from Ruse just being on, Coach Rouzier, is association, man, and aligning yourself with the right people, because most of what we talked about for this 45 minutes we've been on is being guilty by association. And that's why I think it's so important, man, to not just rely on your high school, or your high school coaches. And, most parents,
Yeah, that's the biggest mistake they can do.
man, they're always, complaining, my high school coach doesn't do anything for me, or my high school coaches aren't pushing me, but that's why it's important.
They're a teacher.
Yeah, man, exactly.
That's crazy you said that, because before I came on, I was doing a space with my recruit people, and we had West Georgia's new receivers coach on there, and he was talking about that, and he was saying, like, look, kids will tell parents one thing and then don't tell kids the other thing. They say it's coaching, but then they missing meetings, they're in the failing classes, they're doing this, but they want to blame coaches so bad.
Well, yeah, you never get the whole story.
You never get the full scoop. It's crazy you bring that up, Julius. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, because I was talking to a coach earlier, man. There was a coach that hit me up. I won't say his name for his privacy, but he was in town today, and he was recruiting some kids, and he just hit me up right quick. Hey, what's up, Juice? And what we started talking about, man, was you have to have someone that you trust to talk about the kid, about
Honestly.
the way he is, work ethic, and that's a big reason why they love to see kids in person, man. We live in 2026 now. He talked about high school film. There's all sorts of effects when kids can speed the stuff up, and and they can do all sorts of stuff.
AI,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, but coaches, high school coaches, lie, some of them, man. So it's good to have somebody like Anthony Rouzier is my former teammate. We played together 20 years ago. So he knows when he contacts me about a kid or I contacted him about a kid, I'm not going to be lying because I want him to keep his job,
Yeah.
He trusts me because like he said, he knows my integrity, from being in the linebacker room with him at UConn, so to parents watching, kids watching, man, that's why it's important. It takes a village, and I'm not saying that, that you absolutely, need to go out and find an organization to join, but it definitely helps you to add to your village, especially people like me and Coach Jordan and Coach Cully, Cully, that played D1 ball, that has tons of connections, that knows tons of coaches, man. We've seen kids with 1 and 2 offers, and we're like, how the hell does this kid only have 1 offer or 2 offers? But it's because he hasn't been put out there. He hasn't had anybody to go in and have those deeper conversations. He doesn't have many people that have that trust. Your high school coach may not have earned the trust of 40 college coaches that trust him to call and say, hey, who is this kid truly? Is he really someone that I should be bringing to my campus and paying $250,000 or, or $400,000? You know what I mean? So, and just getting out there and being seen, because they're not respecting the high school film, as much anymore. Especially like you got kids that go to powerhouses and they just beat everybody 60 to 14. So like you can't really assess what that kid really is, or a kid may play in a state that's not a huge state. Like, bro, we just left Minnesota, man.
Yeah.
And bro, there was some dogs at that tryout. We had about 65, 70 kids at that tryout, man. And it's like there were a good 20, 25 that were bona fide. Like, wow, this kid is in Minnesota. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important, man, to link up with people like us, man, so we can look at Nehemiah. We when got him, man, and brought him, he can compete against kids from Georgia and Florida and Cali, and look at him now. He's blowing up, man. I'm having some big time conversations about Nehemiah. Like Nehemiah is about to get SEC offers soon, because of him just taking the chance at getting on the road.
Yeah, that's what it takes. Getting on the road and being seen, and like you said, competing against everyone. The more you can compete against, the better the chances you have. I am just going to play a quick video from the rest of our sponsors, and then we will get to our videos. Down south, we have the Trench Mob, run by Julius Williams in Decatur, Georgia. He trains offensive and defensive linemen. They compete in 5v5 tournaments and college showcase camps across the country. Julius has sent kids to schools like Florida, Florida State, Miami, Tennessee, Clemson, Georgia, Alabama, just to name a few. We have the Trench Mob podcast every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. If you want your kid to go to college and play Division I football and be trained by the best, you go to the Trench Mob. To contact them, go to www.battleofthetrenches.com. Ned Von Young owns Fresh Fold Laundry Company down in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. It's a high-end laundry service. They wash, dry, and fold your clothes for you. They have a pickup and drop-off delivery service, so you can have your laundry done in the comfort of your own home without ever leaving. You put your laundry in a clear plastic bag, put it out, they pick it up, everything is done, wash, dried, and fold, and it is dropped off to you within 48 hours. They offer an expedited service as well. They have an online subscription model. You can also book online to schedule your pickups. They have deals for college students. So if you're in college, wash your nasty ass, and you can go to their website. It's myfreshfold-laundry.com. We will get right into the films.
So, Steve, our website actually changed now. I got to get you the new website, man. I know we started this a while ago, but now it's Trench Mob Football.
Oh, beautiful.
So we did like a little, we still own them, battleofthetrenches.com. We're going to bring that back too, but right now everybody's going to trenchmobfootball.com. So we'll get that updated for you.
All right, I'll change that. No problem. All right, we have Alic. 6'6", 250. Wow.
So this is one of our newest additions, Julius. I didn't tell you that he's gonna run with us. He's from Duluth High. His teammate is actually with a friend of ours who picked up offers. He just picked up a UNLV offer. Good kid, good technical guy. Can really do it all. Can do big things. Like it says on film, 6'6", 250. I think if he gets up to like 270, 275. I know. I get it. But I think if he gets up to about 270, 275, I think he's going to be a Power 5 type of guy. He's got UNLV now, but I'm expecting him to get a lot more.
Hey, man, you over there hurting that dog, man. You got a 6'7", 300-pound man holding that dog like that.
I didn't hurt this dog. He hurt himself, as you can see.
Jesus.
Yeah. But no, this is a good kid, man. He's just a little skinny. He's just a little light in the ass. That's all. You can see it on the film.
Yeah, but that's what they like. That they like lean guys,
right?
And they can build them up. But boy, he is physical.
You know what, Coach Jordan? I'm not sure if he's watching, man, but I hope he is. We watched him get so much better, man.
Oh my God!
Throughout the year, because when he first started coming, man, you could just see that he was a little timid. And kind of lost. But man, like him working with us, man, throughout the year, it was a joy to see how much better he got, man. And I hope he continues to come. I know we're not at Duluth anymore, but man, young man, you need to keep coming out here with us, man, and continuing to get better.
No, I agree.
So is that a real dog yelling?
Yeah. It's a real dog.
Okay. I thought it was Julius making noises.
Hey,
excited about the kid.
Hey, I'm a real dog too now. Come on.
Yeah, but he ain't that type of dog to be sitting on niggas' laps. So we ain't doing that. But no. Alic is definitely one of those kids who can come in, do the right thing. I think he's a tackle right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Point, man. First day we met him in off-season, our first session of off-season, in-season training, he barely would come out a couple times. And then the days he did come out, he looked better than what he was. And he can only rise from there. So I'm proud of him. I just worked with him earlier, him and a couple of his teammates. One of them who's got an Arkansas offer today, big kid. So the sky's the limit for this young man. I can't wait to see what he does.
Yeah, you can't teach 6'6". You know, this kid could be 280 by next year, and he's going to be a force.
He's
really
good.
Good
Soccer player too. Let me throw that out there. He played soccer. That's why he's a little.
Okay. Don't tell anyone that.
Yeah, well, do sports.
But yeah, no, he looks incredible. Very, very incredible.
Yeah, he's a good kid. I love him.
I liked him very much. Very much. Is he coming on the road with you guys?
He is. I talked to him today. He said he's looking forward to it. He was one of those kids, get a job, try to get some money in his pocket, but now he's like, yo, I'm free. I'm here. Whatever you want me to do, I'm there. I'm like, cool.
That's exactly what you need right there. That's
and
exactly what you need.
He's rising, and he's only a junior. So he's got another year, which is good.
Jesus, what kind of dog is that? He doesn't sound happy.
Nah, he just hurt. He got hurt over the week, and you can see it by the bandages. She's kind of upset about it.
Oh, I got you.
She just wants some attention. That's all. She ain't never been on the big screen before at this young age.
I got you. I just tried it.
I get it. You're going to be a lineman.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to see that kid. He start coming back out, man. I would love to see him keep coming out, man, getting in that rotation, man. He can do some good things. He got a nice frame, man. I know he's just 250, but he definitely got a frame that you can put weight on him, man. Of course, keep him in the weight room, get stronger. I can see him playing for a nice program.
Yeah, for sure. I can see a Georgia Tech. I can see a Boise State, UNLV up there with Dan Mullen. Dan loves his big lineman. I played for him at Mississippi State, so I know what he wants. So you know what I mean? So and they got another kid at Duluth, Julius. I don't know if you noticed, they got a 9th grade kid that's my height, my size, that just got there. So I'm gonna we're gonna try to make something shake there, but nah, I like Neil. I told Neil while we was training him, if he stays consistent, he gonna be in this position. So
all right. We have Viliami. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it.
I talked to him like
Puaauli.
I don't want to disrespect him. I know he's watching. So this is another kid. He's a D lineman, actually, but he plays both sides of the ball. And this is his old
Washington. Wow.
Yeah, all the way from Washington.
Wow. How big is he?
6'2", 260. 6'2", 260.
Boy, okay.
Not that tall. He plays tackle at the school he's at.
Yeah, I see.
If he's going to get recruited to be an offensive lineman, he's definitely playing guard.
He'll play inside. Wow, that's a great job, Poland.
But I like the way he put this film together, though. Good plays in the beginning. Got the screen game right here. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean he is a mauler.
You can definitely see the physicality. You see the get off. Little position
blocking. And he's got the long hair.
Yeah, he gets it done. Julius, I'm glad he ain't one of them dudes that we got to see in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
glad, man.
They coming with it.
they bring it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely get him on the road, but like I said, good kid. I don't know if he's an O lineman or D lineman. I'm biased, so the O line film looks good. I don't know what the D line film looks like. I'll let Julius take it, but looking at this, definitely a mauler. Definitely got technician. Definitely physical. Definitely can do all the right things at the right time. Just if you want to go to school for O line, you got to give me some guard, at least some guard film, a little bit of guard film.
No, he is vicious. I like him a lot.
Definitely a violent young man.
Taking him up through there. I see you. Now, this is good film. This is really good film.
And where is he at again? You said Washington?
Washington.
Okay.
He probably do California with us if we ask him. That'd be a good experience for him.
Yeah, for sure.
He play, he moves some people.
Yeah.
And Washington had a pretty good ball. I got a buddy of mine, Courtney Taylor, man. He played at Auburn, and we played together in the CFL with the BC Lions. He coaches over in Washington, man. I know he sends a lot of receivers out. You know, I've been watching his timeline, man. Some kids he trained. They got some good players in Washington.
Yeah. This kid adds to that mix. Very underrated. No offers right now, but once he gets with the right people or get his stuff together, I think he'll be all right.
Played with a couple of Washington cats. Played with a cat named G.C. Sherrod, Hall of Fame inside linebacker, man, in the CFL from Washington. Greg Peach, defensive end, was a dog. They were the few cats from Washington.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see who he is, how he is a D-line. I'm curious.
Yeah, he is legit. He is legit. I like the way he comes off the ball. I like the way he just drives people. I like the way he pulls. I mean, he can do it all.
Yeah, kid's the real deal. I like it. I get it. We all look better than you. I know. You want attention. You're on the big screen. You're going to get 60,000 attention after today.
Julius, do me a favor. Send me the Dropbox link again.
Okay.
Oh, for some reason, it's not opening. I had everything else except that. It was open and then it closed on me. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me think. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. I'm good.
Show those kids first if we need to.
I got it now. I'm good. Okay. All right. We'll show that since I have it up. Wow. Is he someone who is gonna be able to come on the road? The kid from Washington?
Yeah, I'll talk to him later. Like I said, I talked to him on some recruit NEGA stuff. He had sent me some film maybe a couple weeks ago. I saw it. It looked good. I'm gonna talk to him today. I'm gonna talk to him after we get off and see if he'll roll with us to California and every other place. I don't think he'll have a problem with it.
Is there a way you can full screen it?
I'm working on
it. Whose decision was it to pick that song, Julius? Was it you?
I had nothing to do with it, man. Mike runs the media department.
That is a very good selective song.
Yeah, I like that little song, man. Yeah. Yeah, cold like Minnesota. Yeah. Oh, Lil Yachty.
Jesus Christ. Shout out to Lil Yachty.
Yeah, man. There was some dogs in Minnesota, though, man. We had a great turnout. Shout out to, line of scrimmage and training house. They got a great group of guys up there, man. And Eric and Bill and Lewis Kidd, who runs line of scrimmage, man. He was gracious enough to, have us in their facility, man. And good buddy of mine, Cole Quay, who me and Anthony played with the Jaguars, he was one of the owners of line of scrimmage, and they've now sold it, to Lewis. But we got buddies in Minnesota, man, and we've been talking about doing something there for a while, and here it is.
Yeah, I'm so glad you guys got out there.
Bobber than the snow.
Y'all funny for that. That's funny.
Hey, Coach Joe, you might want to mute, man, so we here.
About 15 guys to go and compete in the tournament. Now, these guys are still looking for a couple players too. Okay, so we've opened up our doors to them to come in here and evaluate and scout you guys as well. Okay, they're helping us. So this is a collaboration team.
Thanks for the opportunity to be here. We wouldn't be here without Lewis. All right, so first of all, guys, thanks for coming. All right, my name is Julius Williams. I come from a small place called Decatur, Georgia. All right, I'll tell you a little bit about Decatur, Georgia, and particularly about the place I come from in Decatur, Georgia, a place called Glenwood Road. All right. There was not many football players that came from my area. They came from my school. When I was in high school, I didn't see many guys get Division I scholarships. Does that make sense? All right. And over the years, people told me I should leave. All right. Maybe I should go to a school in a different county. Maybe I should go to a school that was more known for football. All right. But what I did was just continue to work. And then fast forward that story, I became the first player in my high school history to ever go to the NFL.
You put in the work, it pays off, man. All right, y'all got one of y'all own hometown here. All right, he done been through it. He done showed y'all the way, showed you how to do it. Now all you got to do is do your fucking part. We gonna do ours. Y'all got to do y'all's. Right? It don't work one way. Right? It don't work. Us just calling and making calls and y'all, it don't work that way.
Love Gandalf.
Right? It starts with y'all. Y'all come and put in the work. Y'all make our job easier when we pick up the phone to make these calls. Make sense? And look, two groups. So one group all the way across.
We had a good time up here, man.
High knee for 10. High knee for 10. Ready? Go.
It looks like a nice indoor facility too.
Oh yeah, everything's state of the art.
Go. Lay low.
So training house, that actual facility is connected to the Vikings practice facility.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. So
Oh,
they got some real nice facilities, man.
Down that way. D-line this way. Let's go. Mom, sit on me. Mom, sit on me.
And did you have them for 2 days or did you have them for 1 day?
It was one day, man. It was on Monday, man. We did.
Yeah.
But there's some real talent up here, man.
Yeah, I can see. Jeez.
That's Nehemiah, man.
Yeah, I know.
Blown up.
I love watching Nehemiah. Now, who's the staff you're working with?
So that's Lewis Kidd. He's the one that runs line of scrimmage. So he played in the league like 7 years. Great guy, man. Play offensive line. So he was kind of the whole reason for putting everything together. So Cole Quay, my former teammate with the Jaguars, he actually sold line of scrimmage to them. And so there's a guy, there's Lewis, and then there's Eric and Bill, man. And they were gracious enough to bring us into Minnesota, man, and host our tryout. And hey, man, and I was 6'1", 250 pounds. Wasn't a huge guy. The first guy I played against was 6'9", 360. All right, so but I survived. Make sense? So now I've developed a system over the years that I've taught each of our guys for the last 10 years. Nothing has changed. Does that make sense? In that system, there's 3 cells. Okay, there's an inside cell. Okay, I want to make the guy believe that I'm going inside. Does that make sense? We have 3 cells tools. We have our eyes, we have our hands, and we have our head. About to crack some one-on-ones up in a little bit, man. He did kind of like a episode, man. It's pretty cool to kind of show how we went through
I like the way that he shot it. He did a great job.
Yeah, he did his thing with it, man. Mike's one of the best out here, man, for sure.
No, I when I talked to Shay today, they hired someone to put together his film, and I said that he should talk with you about Mike to put together any of the 7-on-7 stuff they're doing. Because I mean, he loves what he's doing. He's got several different services he's working with. I don't think he needs to do that much.
Yeah, there's a such thing as an overkill, man. You don't want to work with too many people.
Yeah. I said, we can help him and do the same stuff for him. And, he instead of him paying for 4 different services, you can pay for one group that can do the same and has probably more connections than the services you're using.
Yeah, man. Most of these services, man, are just guys sitting behind a desk, sending out emails.
No, that's what it is. I mean, he did tell me that they are sending out an email blast to 13,000 coaches.
Yeah,
and that's nice, but it's just if you don't have a relationship with them, it's tough to get looked at.
Right.
God.
Yeah, we have some dogs up there, bro.
Was Pierce here at all?
So Pierce did not come. I was
Oh,
surprised
okay.
to see him that he didn't show up. But we had lots of other guys, man. Minnesota has really turned into a hub for us, man. I'm looking forward to getting these guys on the road. I know Lewis, they're going to build, a Minnesota team, and they're going to travel down to Florida
they
with us
are.
this year. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, but it's a trench mob collaboration, man, and we're excited that because not many people will allow you to come from a different city and just pop up in theirs and get stuff done, man. So we're very gracious to them for allowing us to spread our brand.
Yeah. No, that would be the idea. I mean,
There's some dogs up there, bro.
the trench mob absolutely should be franchised, and there should be one all over in every state.
I was thoroughly impressed. Thoroughly. I never would have imagined coming to Minnesota.
Yeah, geez. I mean, Nehemiah clearly is special.
One of the best D linemen in the entire country. I don't give a damn.
The
entire
like, my God.
So we want everybody to feel like and be a part of the family. So make sure y'all just reach out and get your gear, man. So when we walk and people see the slime green and that black, they already know what's going on, man. So
this means translate to dog.
Hey, let's go ahead, man. Mob on me, mob on 3, 1, 2,
Fucking
3.
Gandalf. I love him.
Yes, sir.
That was
I
great.
mean, just be honest, man. Julius, you got saved because I wasn't there. You already know it's gonna be some yelling and cussing. Because you know it's gonna get rowdy. And
it was definitely a little bit more PG-13 without Coach Jordan there.
It's all right. No, I mean, it's good to see that there's talent there. It's good to see the 5v5 spreading, and they're going to have their own team. And that shows that, what you guys, the success that you guys have been having is truly paying off. I mean, that's making a big difference. I mean, you're seeing it firsthand how it pays off. I mean, my God, last week with everything, we had close to 70-something thousand viewers.
So this kid right here is a dog, man.
Yeah.
Kid's a dog, man.
Yeah, I watched part of his film. Is this The Edge? Yeah, this is.
Yeah, man. So he's coming with us to California, man. And I can't wait to put him out there on the edge and let him go, man. Like, he's a freak athlete. And the thing about him, man, is like he's so raw and just he hasn't even been touched yet. Like, he's doing this, everything he's doing on film, he's doing all natural.
Yes, I watched it. I was blown away by it.
Listen, dude, like this dude, like had he been like in Georgia,
like he's never been coached.
Yeah, man, and I mean nothing to get, no disrespect to his coaches, in Minnesota.
Well, it's okay. You can disrespect him. It's okay.
But like, had this kid been somewhere like down here, man, and getting this kind of exposure, like he'd be a 5-star.
Yeah,
like,
he's an absolute
freak. Like,
he's an absolute freak.
He just hasn't had work like that. You can tell. Even with him getting his stance, like, you can just tell he just hasn't been groomed yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can see this kid a couple years in the college program, getting the weight room, like Myles Garrett, like. You know what I mean?
What year is he?
So he's 27, I believe.
Okay, so he's going into so this is a big year for him.
Yeah, man.
Good.
He just picked up Miami, I think last week. It was a big time offer. But
Miami of Florida?
Miami of Florida. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Well, he's doing something right then if he's got Miami.
Sure. Yeah, but
you.
Yeah, man, but he is special, man, and he's one of those kids.
I thought so too.
He hasn't even scratched the surface.
No, he hasn't been coached.
Like I was telling his mom, like when they leave California, she's gonna have to turn her phone off.
if he does his job, absolutely.
Yeah, like he come out, he wanted. So Coach Jordan, I know you weren't there, bro, but he's one of those kids. Just like he's so slippery. You know what I mean? He's like, his athleticism,
very good with getting off blocks.
Yeah, get somebody out of trouble. Like he may not start the right way all the time.
Oh, you can tell by the way his stances.
Yeah, man, he just hasn't had work. He just hasn't had much elite work. You know what I mean?
You can tell like it's a little off and on work wise. If he was to make a change, come down south, get some more toolage under you or anybody else, mainly you. But he goes down to California, he comes to Pittsburgh, Ohio, do some great things. Like you said, he's already got Miami. Why can't Georgia do it? Why won't Minnesota do it? Why won't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he about to get. I'm telling you, man. Once he comes on the road, once he leaves California, I already know my phone about to go crazy. Coach Jordan, we about to be talking about this kid a lot because it's like once he get. And I was telling his mom, man, the thing is like he's in Minnesota, right? Nobody's going to Minnesota for football players like that. So when he goes against these cats from Georgia, California, Florida, Alabama, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Like when he goes against these top guys from these states, it's really going to prove how bona fide he truly is. And that's the biggest thing. Like going to Minnesota, man, like even with Nehemiah. Nehemiah is Nehemiah and had 0 offers last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, once you went on the road, it changed everything.
Yeah, man. So it's just getting on the road, man, and really showcasing your talent in front of the right people. You know what I mean? And of course, there's lots of kids from Minnesota, that are going D1 and getting scholarships. But it's we have the cheat code, man. It's much easier when you go line up in front of the ranked guys and show them that you're a guy that should be ranked.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
good kid too, humble kid, well spoken.
How big is he?
6'4", 225.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And 6'4", slim, 225 too. Like, bro, this kid can probably be 265, like with a 6-pack. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like he like
Micah Parsons.
Miles Garrett, like, bro. I'm telling you, like long arms, super just slippery, like the type of kid that'll do everything wrong to start and finish great. You know what I mean? Just because of his athleticism. I can't wait to groom him a little bit, man. I know I'm not going to be able to spend a lot of time with him on the road, but man, as much as I can, I'm going to try to groom him, man, and give him some tools to be successful.
Jesus, that's a great job right there.
But naturally, when he kind of reminds you of Xavier Griffin. Remember we had Xavier Griffin on here a while back, #1 linebacker, in the nation. And like he kind of moves like Xavier. He hasn't had the coaching, and experience that Xavier has had, obviously. And, and Xavier's mom has, done a lot, put a lot into him and stuff like that, man. But they're just in Minnesota. Like had he had everything that Xavier has down here in Georgia, man, he would be ranked like Xavier,
No, it definitely seems that way. No, he's definitely slippery. He definitely get off the ball. He's got a motor on him, but
really good with his hands.
Great with his hands. He just needs to get on the road and show it in front of everybody else. We say the same thing about Nehemiah last year, literally. And then he came on the road. He did exactly what he was supposed to do, and look at him now. So I'm not – if you stamp him and Nehemiah say he good, I'm loving it.
Yeah, man, we got some dogs at edge, man. Like, I like just how excited I am about Percy. Percy got Kentucky today. I told my guy, Edward Stewart, man. And my buddy's the D-line coach at Kentucky. He loves him, man. You know what I mean? And it's just – man, we're just sky's the limit, man, with these young guys.
Not to toot the horn. And I know we finna watch another kid. Shout out to that kid. Your film's probably good. But I don't think there's no other group that got edges that train them like how we do it. Like you said, Percy. You forgot about Xavier. You forgot about Nehemiah can play some.
Yeah. X is about to go crazy this year, bro.
X, crazy. And all our guys.
Yeah, I mean, even Keel. I'm excited to see Keel. And he's a guy that nobody knows about yet, man. But a Keel about to go out here and go crazy this year, bro. Even young cats like Logan. Like, I can't wait to see Logan, get comfortable and get on the road, man. But it's like sky's the limit, bro. Like you said, Jordan, like it's not many people out here that are grooming their guys, that are training them. You know what I mean?
Key word, grooming.
Man. So, and that's why we're successful. That's why we're who we are. And this kid right here, he's a dog too, man. Carson Pruitt, man, he can play. He can really, really play. He's an animal, Another kid that we got from Minnesota. I know I was looking forward to bringing him on the road as well with us, man. Talk to his mom. But he's another kid that can really, really play, man. He set himself apart right away. As soon as he got out there and started moving around, we knew he was different.
So if they're starting their own group, they'll still go on the road with you guys.
Yeah. So they'll still be trench mob. I mean, they'll be line of scrimmage,
Gotcha.
but they'll be trench mob. You know, for their first
Right,
year,
right.
you know, the deal was to go up there with them, man, and give them the sauce. You know,
Yeah, to get them ready to go. I got you.
show them how this thing works. And, you know, of course, we got family ties with my guy, Coquay, that we played with in Jacksonville. So I'm excited about Minnesota, man. I mean, I got a buddy of mine that I'm partnering with and starting a healthcare business in Minnesota. So I'll be up there in Minnesota anyway, you know. So I just wanted to get out and meet some people. You guys know I had that pop-up clinic back in the summertime, man. I posted that thing on a Friday. On Sunday, we had like 12 guys show up, you know. So that just shows me if I can post a pop-up clinic and get 12 guys to come out in 2 days. And I think I posted it on Friday and had it on Saturday or something like that. And you know, guys just popped out. So it just shows you how hungry, you know, those guys are in Minnesota, man. And I'm excited to get those guys a part of our group, man, to help those guys, you know, the small town guys, you know, get some of this big city attention.
Yeah, and they're worthy of it too.
And they're hungry, man. Like, bro, those kids up there were so different than the kids in Georgia. And I love our kids in Georgia too, but they're just entitled and they're so used to lots of stuff that these guys aren't used to. You know,
yeah, they got the facilities, they got the coaches.
Yeah, because Georgia right now nationally is the hotbed for everything football. When you think about Minnesota, no disrespect to them, you only think about the snow. And you think about the Vikings and you think about
ice fishing.
Stuff. But then when you take these kids on the road and you start showing them what they can do, then it's like, oh shit, there's talent in Minnesota. We gotta go to Minnesota. Like kids like this that are raw, that are hungry. The biggest difference is when you come from a state that's not global to a state that's global, even how small Georgia is, because Georgia's not that big, if you want to be honest. Minnesota is kind of bigger than Georgia. But the fact that we can make some stuff happen in the state of Georgia is just, that's why it is what it is. But in Minnesota,
I'll tell you right now, Coach Jordan, when they come to the tournament, I think they coming to Florida with us. When they come to that tournament, bro, they're gonna beat some people.
Oh, yeah.
I promise you.
Like
Minnesota, they're not gonna come down and get their ass kicked. I promise you that. Like they're gonna the dudes that were just up there, bro, that we just saw. I'm telling you, they're gonna be a very, very competitive team. You know, so for people out who are thinking Minnesota, you know, just kids that play in the snow, like these kids are hungry. You know, and they're eager and anxious to prove that Minnesota has football players too.
That's right. And I can't wait. I can't wait. Just looking at the film, looking at the movie that we just saw, the different kids. That was a lot of damn kids. You said it was 60. It looked like 70. It looked like 75 kids.
Bro, I felt good about going to California before because I know the type of dogs we bringing. But adding some of these kids from Minnesota to the mix, I feel great. Line that shit up. Like I feel great. Like I'm going to bed with a smile on my face, you know, knowing some of the kids we just met in Minnesota, man. And this kid Carson, he's definitely one of them.
Yeah, he's doing some great things.
No, he's definitely doing some great things on his film. Especially then you pull on the offensive line tape. He's pulling. He's double.
Yeah, he does a great job pulling.
Listen, this is the real deal. This is one of those underrated kids that as soon as they touch the surface, they're gonna be looking back at this and say, "Man, these guys gave me a shot." Like this is huge. Now this is good stuff.
I mean, these are the two, you know, that stood out to me, man. But there were so many more kids up there, man.
Yeah.
Like there were dogs, man. There were ballers. I wish I could show them all. We're gonna have to show some more.
No,
you know, as the show goes on.
They're great.
Man, I'm very excited to see what Minnesota has to offer, though, man. And this kid's in Minnesota that we haven't even met yet. I know me and Lewis were talking today about having another event soon, you know, in Minnesota, because as soon as we left, you know, my inbox was full of kids that said, "Hey, Coach, I hate that I couldn't make it." You know, so now you got to go back up there and have another event. You know what I mean? For all the kids that we couldn't touch when we were there, and get some of those kids that did come back. So, I mean, I'm looking, like I said, man, I'm looking forward to hanging out more in Minnesota for sure, man.
No, that was good.
Well,
it was cold as hell, though. it was
yeah,
it was so cold. It was
funny.
freezing. Couldn't be outside the car for more than 3 minutes. I tell you.
Well, great job. Great show. It was great having Coach Ruse on. Great seeing all the talent you guys found in Minnesota. And it's exciting for the future of the Trench Mob. You're going to have some guys going on the road and a lot of opportunities. And I think, like I said, this is going to be a franchise. The Trench Mob is going to be like McDonald's. It's going to be everywhere. So great job. Great show. For Julius Williams, Coach Jordan, I'm Steve Cully, the best podcast host in the universe. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges. Go to Minnesota.